What's going on, Seahawks Social Nation? Big wildcard weekend win over the Eagles, moving forward to Green Bay. This is very exciting. I'm pumped for a very big week ahead. Let's do this thing. So there were some political issues throughout the week.
Political issues?
Yeah, with the U.S.
We're going...
I think they're doing some shit. So I saw a pretty funny meme on, Carl, I don't think I told you this, on social media before the game. And it said, with the first pick in the World War III draft, the United States of America select DK Metcalf.
Dude, that's a good pick. That's a solid pick.
That guy, oh my God.
What a phenomenal week this guy has.
Dude, they were talking about him during the game and like showing pictures of him in the weight room. Wow.
Have you not seen him without a shirt on?
It's every time,
22 years old. That's no way.
How did Josh Gordon get caught but not Metcalf?
No.
At the beginning of the
Metcalf
year,
doesn't smoke weed. They have a thing about weed right now. They're just going after everybody who's smoking weed.
at the beginning of the year, I guess they were having like a team workout or something, and DK had his shirt off, and so Pete Carroll comes into the locker room or in the weight room, takes off his shirt, and just like is walking around like this behind him. So good.
But he's got to be like one in 10 years, like a body like that, like a LeBron or someone. Like it's unbelievable.
It's pure genetics.
It is, yeah.
How did he fall to the second round? Seahawks got him in the second round.
I don't remember. I remember the disappointment of him.
But like his combine stats were phenomenal. I think they were really good.
Really?
People thought that like maybe he was like a head case off the field a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. That's what they were saying, the announcers yesterday. They just weren't sure why so many teams passed on Metcalf. He's weren't
like
sure.
So spiritual and religious. Do you have him on social media?
No.
Like most of his posts are like, thank God, praise God, blah, 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 whatever. I don't know. It doesn't seem like he's a head case. He's the best mouth guards in the league, so that's got to count for something.
By far. Maybe that was the issue.
How has no one ever thought of that before? Everyone does like the
so
grills.
Good. So good.
Dude, but for branding, that's genius, eh? He's going to come out with his own little mouth guards, like with his name on it. So smart.
I Googled them after the first week I saw them, and they were like $39 or something. But how many high school kids across the country are going to be wearing those?
All of them, dude.
Oh my God, yeah.
Any big wide receiver is going to get one for sure.
Yeah. I remember mouth guards when we were in high school were like $5.99, and now people are paying
they were the
$40 for it.
Where you have to like boil hot water and then you bite down on it.
Yeah. Best. And then you'd mess it up. You're like, oh,
yeah,
Mom,
or you bite right through it.
Can't drive me to the sports store anymore.
We'll get into the Seahawks game, but let's talk about the other games in the wildcard weekend first.
Oh my God,
there's some big upsets.
There was some big upsets. I went all favorites, and I shouldn't have. In my picks.
So the favorites were
Houston.
The Bills. Oh, Houston was favored?
Houston was favored, yeah.
But it must have been close. It must have been like 1.5.
Close,
yeah, it was super close. Houston was favored. Patriots were favored. Saints in Seattle.
And only Houston won too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I went 2 for 2, and I really wanted to make that switch with the Patriots game, and I don't know why. I think we even talked about this.
Yeah.
I really should have just gone Tennessee. They were just had a huge game before.
I'm pumped. I love seeing Tom Brady go. Where's Tom Brady going to go? His contract's done. Does he retire? Does he go to Oakland or Vegas?
He's not. It's going to be all about money too for him.
Can you actually see him playing anywhere else though?
Does he care about money?
I don't think
Giselle's got him, man. He doesn't need money.
He's got to care about legacy. There's no way he goes anywhere else. Like, is he going to pull a Peyton Manning and go somewhere to try to like win one more? Is there a point? He already has 6. How many do you need?
Do you think he retires on a pick 6 though?
No.
Yeah, that's brutal, right?
Yeah, I don't think he's done. I think he comes back 1-year contract. It's going to be the highest, one of the higher paid ones because he won't take a hometown discount. I bet you it's 1 year, $25 million.
Jesus.
Well, because he got 23 this year, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he got 23.
Do you know what Gisele Bundchen's net worth is?
I'm going to say 130 mil.
Fuck. Let's say $250 million.
$250 million?
The 250.
Oh, I guess that's. I thought you said
250.
something else.
400 million.
Fuck.
400 million.
Tom Brady's net worth 180.
How is she worth so much? What is? Oh, so
She's one of the top like models in the world.
No, I
Yeah.
get that, but I mean, just,
Fashion's universal, man.
it can't be just that though. She must have brands
For
that she
sure.
owns.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Also, for your Tom Brady thing, he signed. It was a 2-year, $41 million contract.
But it was like,
18 and 23 or something.
yeah, it was like restructured to get a hometown discount. So his 1 year last year was 23 million. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we get into like the kind of the Kobe Bryant thing, right? Like, do you keep paying Peyton and kind of let the rest of the team go, or not pick up as good other positions or whatever? Like, what do you do?
Do you think he cares though at this point in his career whether he makes 25 million next year
I
or
don't
12? It doesn't make a
I don't
difference,
think
right?
so.
Well, if I was
so.
him, I wouldn't care. I would take the big discount, come in at like 15 mil and put some people beside you, put some more pieces in the way that are missing.
Because the only reason to come back would be to try to win.
100%.
Correct.
You're not coming back for a paycheck. You don't need
No.
a paycheck.
No.
So why would you try to max out? I don't know. That doesn't really make sense to me.
Because then you're taking, like you said, you're taking away from your team to win.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. It's just business. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't really care. Why are we talking about
I don't know.
Patriots right now?
Guess what, guys? He gone.
He gone.
The Seahawks are still alive, though.
Breeze gone.
Okay, that's the reason I didn't want to play the Vikings, guys. I told you last week I was pumped to go to Philly.
We'll still beat the Vikings,
Yeah, well, we're not going to play them to the NFC Championship. By the way,
which could be at home.
in Seattle, Carl,
Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
if Seattle and
Like-
Minnesota win next week,
This is insane.
goes through Seattle.
This is insane.
That's so wild.
I honestly thought 100%. I knew for sure we're beating Philly. Then I thought 100% we're playing San Fran. I didn't even fathom that Minnesota was even going to be in the mix and it would screw up everything. But this is unreal. To now play, I don't mind playing Green Bay. It's going to be a cold game.
Was that
but
What's the weather going to be in
it's
Green
going to
Bay?
be snowing, I bet you.
probably snowing?
Yeah.
It's going to be a classic CFL game.
What's Green Bay's D like? They're good, right?
We're kind of like in the midst. These are two equal-ish teams.
Green Bay weather
It's-
-3,
Yeah, that's what I have to.
a little bit of snow.
A little bit of snow.
Yeah, on Sunday.
Oh my god.
That's all right though.
They're in the
We have
middle,
a better offense.
They're in the middle.
and their defense is right in the middle for both pass and rushing.
Yeah. Their points though, 9th in the league on points for defense.
I like playing in Green Bay better than San Fran right now, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'd rather play San Fran in the NFC Championship. I think that would be fun.
That'll be really fun.
Do you think,
I want
Carl,
Yeah.
as an unbiased fan
Yes.
in the NFL, do you think the Seahawks can beat the Packers in Green Bay? Knowing
They have to have a couple things go their way, but it's doable. I think it's 100% doable, especially with a couple of things that we saw in the second half of like last week. I think it's doable for sure.
they didn't give up a touchdown this week.
That was good.
The other team
man.
also didn't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Are we going to talk
Wow.
about the Saints, or do you want to get into Seahawks right now?
Saints are gone. She gone.
On another questionable play?
What was it?
Yeah, but you can't call
At the
that.
end.
I don't think
You
it
don't
was
think
dirty
so?
enough for the pass interference. I get it.
It was the tight end. Rudolph caught the ball, but he kind of pushed off with one hand a little bit. Once again, it's a tough call.
Yeah.
But
I
the
don't think
Saints lose again on a fucking...
Yeah.
That's
They
tough.
called one of those on Hollister this week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Did you like that call?
No.
Soft.
It's so soft. He barely made contact.
Yeah. I don't like the pass interference.
Is that the hardest thing to call in sports? Pass interference?
I guess so, because they look at all these replays and they still can't fucking get it right. It must be. Or we're missing something.
I don't know. There was a lot of penalties, I felt like, in that game last night.
I think the Seahawks had a lot of penalties, right? Like 12 or something.
So these refs were just deciding to blow everything. I felt like every single play had a flag. Oh my God. Now what?
I think we kind of deserved it after I reposted that meme.
Oh, they came after you for sure. 100% they saw that.
Russ had another big game, though.
Mm-hmm.
18 for 30, 325 yards.
How many rushing yards did he have?
45.
Oh,
He had a couple huge runs on third down.
yeah.
He's such a good leader, man. It's so fun watching that guy play.
First half wasn't the best again, eh? Rough start.
For us?
Yeah.
Wow, we got points right
I
away.
thought the
I'll
offense
take it.
looked fine. We only gave up 6 points in the first half. Or 3. 3.
3.
Yeah, and first drive, miss a field goal. Second drive, punt. Third drive, field goal. Then touchdown, I think. Oh, no, touchdown. There's 10-3 at half.
It was 10-3 at half.
Yeah.
Which,
It was better than the last few weeks for sure. First half.
17-9 final score is the same score when we played them earlier this year. That's insane. Identical score.
They scored a touchdown, though, the first game, didn't they?
Did they? Touchdown
The
on
Eagles.
a safety to get 9 points?
No, I think they missed the extra point.
Oh, okay, maybe. Weird.
Would you guys
The rush game struggled.
The rush game did struggle.
But I feel like
They're starting to mix it up, though, now.
they did a lot with play action.
Yeah,
Totally.
they had a lot of play action. They threw in Homer, threw in Lynch. They didn't always give the ball to Lynch.
Which is huge, man. That's huge.
So I think that Metcalf, Lockett, Wilson, they're firing, they are heating up right now. The best time to heat up is now, and they are heating up. Lynch is just learning more and more and more. So he's going to get into the system. Nobody's going to know what to do.
Right.
Because usually you bring in that second running back and you give him the ball to try to get a yard or two. Homer was going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
They kept,
that
one was they knew that they were giving it to Homer, and he was just wasting plays.
Other than Russ, they only rushed the ball 17 times.
Yeah.
So they went away from it, eh?
I think play action was working so good, and the Eagles secondary is not obviously wasn't very good.
But you're on your fourth and fifth string running backs with a terrible O line.
Yeah.
And you if you're counting on the run, it's going to be a long night for you. And you have Russell Wilson, man. Just fucking play through him.
I think that's what they're figuring out.
The second half, they did it way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Way better play calling.
It's fun to watch, man, too. If they run the ball every play or every second play, it's just slow and boring. But that was a fun game. Even though it was only 17-9, felt like it was pretty entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there were just some big plays that we loved, watching Lynch go in for that touchdown. Unreal.
Yeah.
Bar was jumping at that point. Everybody was screaming.
Dude,
fun.
He should have been stopped. I can't believe he
should have been, but
took it right in the chest,
power.
kept pumping, spun it off, and
and then he spins, and he's so hard to take down.
That was great to see.
Even when there was that one runner, he was running down the sidelines, and he was powering the guy, and he went to throw him, and he would have tossed him, except the guy had his hair, so he went down with him. But he's hard to take down.
He's just so big.
Mm-hmm.
He's so strong.
Big and strong, and he's got great balance. He'll spin, he'll do anything he can to stay on his feet.
It was kind of hard to hear the commentary during the game, but I watched the the recap today, and it showed that Lynch run.
Yeah.
And right when he gets hit at the 2-yard line, the commentator's and he stopped short. Oh! He's just about to say stop short, and he just spins off. I think his O-lineman kind of pushed him into one of the guys.
Yeah.
Fuck, he's so fun to watch, though.
Oh, God, yeah.
On the goal line.
He just pumps everyone up, the
So
whole
hard to
team, man.
stop
It's
him.
a completely different team.
Yeah.
And like you said, when he comes on the field, people don't really know, right? Because it was always a run with him, but now they're adding a little bit more and more every time.
Yeah.
He hit him on a pass, I think, one time or a couple times.
Well, twice. Once he missed. Once he just fumbled the ball, didn't catch it. The second one he got and kept going.
It was a big third down. There was play action and Lynch out of the backfield. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was huge.
I think he's only going to get better, more comfortable, right? Offense is going to evolve.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested to see what's going to happen with this game. I'm excited.
So nice to get Brown back next week too. Dwayne Brown.
He's coming back? Or he's still questionable?
They said they haven't really announced anything yet.
Yeah.
They asked Pete Carroll today, and he just said it's too early in the week to know. What do we think next week?
A win. I going to be a great game.
I think it's going to be an amazing game.
It's going to be a great game.
Back
it's going to
and
be
forth.
messy, but I like playing. At this point, I would rather play Green Bay than San Fran. And I still think Destiny's in the mix when we're playing San Fran to go to the Super Bowl. That's going to be insane.
Can we go through the 4 games next week?
Mm-hmm.
And let's talk about them. So the 1:30 game on Saturday is Minnesota in San Fran.
San Fran wins it.
You like San Fran?
I like San Fran.
San Fran.
I think it's going to be close.
Yeah.
I hope Minnesota wins it, but I feel like the football gods are with us or against us, but we're playing San Fran in 2 weeks to go to the Super Bowl, and we'll win that 3rd game.
Kirk Cousins finally got his first playoff win.
Oh, that's his first one.
Yeah, I believe so. So I think it all falls apart from here.
Diggs is a beast, eh? He's so good.
Yep. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just kind of watched the end of the game at that bar when we got there.
Dalvin Cook too, I really like.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
Diggs had like 3 or 4 receptions in the last like 5 minutes.
I think that was getting that big upset game is like going to take it all out of them, and they're going to fall apart next week. They may not fall apart, but I think San Fran's got them. Anyways, next game.
Okay, Tennessee at Baltimore.
Baltimore, I want to say, obviously.
Didn't Tennessee play them close in the year? I think I'm going to look. Oh, they didn't play. Never mind. Who played them close? I thought it was Tennessee. Oh, Bills. Bills played them close.
Lucas, you're going Ravens?
I'm going Ravens.
Me too, I think.
I'm going to go Minnesota beating San Fran by 3. I'm going to go Baltimore beating Tennessee by about 10. Then the Seahawks-Packers game.
I go Seahawks, and it's going to be a close game. It's going to come down to, oh my God, I don't want to say this.
Oh, no, wait. Sorry.
Oh my God, I don't want to say this right now. I'm going to change what I'm going to say.
KC and Houston is first. That's the noon game.
KC has to win that one.
I like KC and Baltimore having a wicked NFC Championship game.
Houston just did not look good, and they were able to put something together near the end, but oh my God, that was hard to watch.
It was.
It was so hard to watch. The whole time I'm like, why did I pick Houston? I should have picked Buffalo. And then they just had some momentum and made it work, but I think KC destroys them.
Destroy.
10 points.
10 points.
I think 10 points.
Carl?
I agree. I don't think I can pick an upset again this week.
So you like San Fran, Baltimore, KC?
Yeah.
You're not picking up an upset this week?
Oh, I guess the Seahawks. Cause,
Yeah. Well,
there's
I
my
mean,
one.
depends on who you think is favored, but if we're going to go by the point spread, if we went by the point spread, I don't know. I think Seahawks win it, but they win it by, like, it's going to be close. It's going to be 3 to 6 points.
100% will be close.
I agree.
And I don't want to say that because you know what that means.
Your boy is going to have
Means
to.
your buddy.
I mean,
make a
I'm going
big
to have
play.
my eyes closed and my fingers crossed when Myers kicking that ball.
Myers is 3 for 3 this week.
Yeah, but he also wasn't in Green Bay when it's snowing.
He had a 49-yarder, I think. It was field goal.
Yeah, what was the temperature there, though?
In Philly, I think it was about 2 degrees.
Yeah. And what's it going to be in?
-2.
Minus, yeah.
Oh, boy.
It's the same shit.
Different pile. Oh, my God.
What's Aaron Rodgers like in the playoffs? He's won 1 Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
One Super Bowl, and was it the last time were they in the playoffs last year? I can't remember.
Didn't he was it last year that he hurt something? He broke his collarbone or something?
I don't remember. I just
That was
remember the
last year.
last time we played them in the playoffs.
It was like a miracle win.
huge upset.
Yeah.
Weren't they up like 14 points or
We got
something
an
like that?
onside kick.
They were like, with 3 minutes left. They were up by a ton.
I think we scored, got an onside kick, scored again to win by like 1 or 3.
No,
or
it
something.
went to overtime.
Oh, went to overtime.
Went to overtime. Then
Okay.
we had that miracle catch.
Okay.
I think I want to say that.
Curse.
But there's 3 minutes left in the game, and there was a 99.9% odds that Green Bay was winning that game. and somehow we came back and won that game.
The playoffs are so crazy, man.
Yeah. You're not out until you're out.
It doesn't matter who you're playing. Like, a win just feels so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Like,
Okay, hold on. Did you see that Tennessee's coach, and he did that weird time thing between just before 5 minutes?
can you explain that too? You mentioned it.
Well, I don't really know it too well, but it had to do with, because the coach is Vrabel, who used to play for Belichick, and there was this thing that Belichick knew, this weird rule where it was 4th and something, and Tennessee, what they did is they purposely went offside, so they went back, but at every play kept the clock going. It didn't stop, and then they purposely did a false start, and then they did another one. They did 3 purpose things that knocked off a minute and like 45 seconds or something on the clock, or a minute and 30 on the clock, which was more time that they needed in the end. Like, Patriots needed it. It's the weirdest thing, but before 5 minutes, I think when there's 5 minutes or less left in the game, you can't do that. It's some weird rule. Have you heard of this?
I'm trying to read about it right now. It's so weird. Some loophole.
Some weird loophole, yeah.
I always thought
And the reason I liked it is because Romo was
on an accepted penalty. The clock stopped, I thought.
The Patriots do this a lot. Belichick did it last year in the Super Bowl, I think.
But it's not an accepted penalty because it's a penalty on 4th down. So no matter what,
you're still accepting the penalty. If it's a false start, it's a 5-yard penalty. Move back 5 yards.
But the clock keeps going.
I don't understand that.
It's some weird loophole. Had to do with 5 minutes left in the game. And Romo was calling this. Like, I don't know how he knew this thing, but he was saying, okay, this is what's going on here. They're going to do this. Now they're going to do this. But if they do it 3 times, then they get a major penalty and they're not allowed to. It was weird.
They're just trying to run the clock down.
They're just running the clock down. Yeah.
Did they do it twice?
Yeah.
It was
Does it say what?
Yeah.
Why, Carl? Why?
No, not really. It just kind of explains why he did it.
They did it twice, and the third time you do it, then it's actually like it's on purpose or something, and you get a massive penalty or something. I don't know how it works, but
and they accept the penalty or they decline it.
I don't get it.
This is pretty fucking confusing.
You found it though?
Not a really good article. Let me find another one. I'm trying to find just an explanation of it.
It was such a loophole that it must have been that Vrabel, because he played for Belichick, knew that this could happen and pulled something out of Belichick's cards on how he would have done the game. Because that extra minute and a half would have been a different drive for Brady going down that field. Because all he had was 22 seconds at the time, right? Or something like that.
So there's a loophole in the NFL rulebook that allows teams to take penalties and run down the clock outside of 5 minutes left in the game. So they were punting at 4:55 or whatever. No, 5:52. So it was still out of it.
Yeah.
So the Titans, that play were called for delay of game. Clock ran down from 5:52 to 5:29. Then a false start on linebacker. The clock ran down to 5:14.
Yeah.
And then the punter actually got his foot on the ball at 4:51.
Yeah. Yeah, they just sat there and waited, and then he finally got the ball. Yeah. So it was weird.
They managed to run an extra minute and 36 seconds off the clock.
Sorry, I was not paying attention. Can you read that one more time?
The last part? Oh,
Yeah.
shit, the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So I'm just going to read the whole thing. Vrabel wanted to give the Patriots as little time as possible. So on 4th and 5, the Titans were called for a delay of game penalty as the clock ran down from 5:52 to 5:29. Then a false start on linebacker, whatever, that ran the clock down to 5:14.
Linebacker?
Yeah.
False
Wesley Woodyard.
Can't be linebacker. They had the ball.
Wasn't then what's it called? The Patriots they got a penalty right back to back from there? Fuck, I don't know, man.
Who had the ball?
Tennessee had the ball.
Tennessee was punting.
So it couldn't have been a linebacker. If someone false started, it
I
would
thought
have been
the
a lineman.
Packers had a flag too at the very
I think
end.
the Packers...
Because they wanted to stop it, right?
No, I think the Packers just screwed up, they ended up getting a false start.
So the clock kept running?
On their end, yeah.
Okay, so they got 2 penalties, then what?
And then after that, you just
But
punted
why does
ball.
the clock keep running on an accepted penalty?
It's some weird loophole. for that specific. I don't get. I
You
honestly,
can't just keep explaining.
it's a
it was some
loophole.
loophole.
Well,
What
you tell
loophole?
me. I don't get it. I have no clue.
Can we get Romo on the phone? Can you
Get
call
Romo. Yeah, DM him. No idea.
No one knows. If anyone knows, can you comment right now? Carl, can you see if anyone's commented?
Nobody's commented.
It's gonna be Alex D'Angelo asking me how the soup was.
No.
No one knows. It's a loophole. Let's use it next week. We're gonna be up by 3 with 5 minutes and 2 seconds left, and we're gonna fucking run out the entire game, and no one's gonna know what happened
I'm gonna figure this out, guys.
I like it.
on 4th down.
I like it. I'll take it. Do you like our chances in Green Bay?
I think the playoff picture for the Seahawks has gone as good as humanly possible
Yeah.
at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Playing in Philly was literally option 1.
And
then-
because we didn't win that game in San Fran at the end of the year, we screwed up
The Saints.
the Saints, who got Vikings, and now Vikings are going to. I'm like, this is crazy. Because if you look at Vikings win that game, we win our game, we're all of a sudden going home and playing at home to get into the Super Bowl.
What's
Is that right?
the likelihood that happens though?
I don't know, but I'm going to cheer for that. You know
Because
what?
the Niners are probably favored by what?
Like 10 points? 9 points?
No, not that much.
I think they're
I'd say less than 6. Rarely do
7
they give
points. 7
7?
points. No.
Wow.
7.
Really?
Baltimore is 9.5. Chiefs 9.5. Packers 4.
Man, those are big spreads for playoff games. 2 9.5.
Yep.
And then the Packers game is what? 4 for them?
4 for them, yeah.
Hmm.
Which
Can we talk about the hit on Wentz?
That was my next thing. Do you think it was helmet to helmet?
Live, it didn't look that bad. Like,
But, like,
live,
it was, but I mean, it's not like
But the play's over, right? Like Carson's already on the ground. Even Clowney kind of comes through and like the last second just lowers his helmet a little bit just to get him right in the back. I don't know. I just don't think it was needed.
it definitely wasn't needed. But I wonder if like you watch it full speed, if it's just like
It just happens,
I'm gonna
right?
fall anyways, so I need to just brace myself and I'm gonna land on them.
But like
I don't know.
no one on the Eagles was freaking out or anything, right? They weren't like getting in people's faces or whatever. It was a play.
Yeah.
It just looked really, really bad
Yeah.
when they slowed it down really bad.
it didn't, like, to me, it didn't seem live. It didn't seem like it was an aggressive hit at all.
Mm-hmm.
It was just kind of like he fell on top of him. And that's part of the problem for quarterbacks, though, man. Slide feet first, then you don't get
Yeah.
hit.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't Clowney's hit, right? It was him hitting the ground. That's what gave him the concussion.
Yeah. It didn't look that bad. Like, he kept playing for a few plays. Didn't he? I think he kept playing. And then
I feel like he might have, and then it was tough because we were in the pub, so we weren't.
Because it's like
Really
it's a third
couldn't
party
hear what was
decision,
going
right? For him to get pulled off and checked into tent.
I think-
like who makes that call?
Well, it'd be a spotter. There's got to be a spotter.
Like a concussion spotter?
Well, like they have it in other sports, wouldn't there be?
His eyes are going crazy.
Because it can't be the Eagles. Who,
no, because
it's
they wouldn't
gotta
do
be-
it.
Yeah,
They-
it's got to be somebody who's out of his control. But I feel like there was, at least watching the highlights, you could see him beside McCann on the bench, and he was like struggling.
he was holding his head, right?
Yeah, Wentz was not feeling good. So I don't know if he was like ready to barf or what was going on. He was not feeling good. So that was probably the moment that they're like, okay, we got to get him out. That's
I think so too.
That
Because if
sucks.
I remember correctly, I think he played, like, he kept playing a couple plays. And then halfway through the next series, they
All of a sudden it
show
wasn't
Wentz walking off the field.
Yeah.
So I didn't even think twice about that hit.
Yeah, me neither. It just happens so fast. All of
Yeah.
a sudden he's off in the fucking booth and then he's walking to the locker room.
When they
Wentz is
slow
not. He's not made for the playoffs. The guy's not made for the
Healthy trash
playoffs.
talking.
It's his only playoff game he's ever played, and he's played for one quarter. The last playoff run, he was injured, and Foles took over.
I know, he only
Guys
played
just-
half the first quarter.
Like the guy's cursed.
His first playoff start. That's crazy.
Shit, eh?
On a Super Bowl winning team.
Yeah.
Isn't that so weird?
So weird.
Do you feel like you win the Super Bowl if you don't play?
Not if I'm the starting quarterback. If I'm the
Isn't that
backup,
weird?
yeah. If I'm a third string, I won the Super Bowl, boys. Yes. But if I'm the starting quarterback who had somebody else come in, take my job and win, I don't feel like I'm part of it, but I don't feel like I actually have any achievement in that. I want to go back out there and do something. Then he goes back out there and he gets injured. Jeez. Poor guy's got no luck.
McCann was their fourth string quarterback.
Fourth?
Yeah, because Nate Sudfeld and Cody Kessler were both injured.
Really?
How did they get injured?
I don't know. Practice.
So who?
Fighting Wentz? I don't know.
We were talking about this yesterday. Is there has to be 3 quarterbacks suited up for the game, right?
I believe that's
what
the
if
rule.
McCown gets injured? Because he was limping around near the end too.
They mentioned that there was like some wide receiver who played quarterback in college that was going to come on.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Oh my God. Because you saw him a few times. I don't know if you saw McCown was limping.
He was
like
limping.
he pulled a hammy.
Do the Seahawks have a third string guy?
They have to.
You
I
gotta
don't
have
think you
some.
have
Maybe
to.
you don't.
You don't have to.
Then your team just fucking falls apart.
You just have 53. I think it's 53 guys.
It'll be
But
like
it doesn't-
Dixon last year where he had to start kicking field goals.
Could there
Yeah.
be like some
Remember
like
that?
quarterback that kind of like a third quarterback that just kind of hangs out, doesn't really dress but understands the
No, but you
playbook?
have to dress.
What
Yeah.
if the first guy's injured? Yeah.
Only 53 guys can dress. So, like, if Wentz went out,
Yeah.
they wouldn't have a third guy. Maybe they don't have a third guy dressed, right?
That's what I'm saying.
So
That's
then-
what I think. But
yeah.
he still knows the playbook and whatnot.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to bring him in that game.
No.
Uh,
He like dressing it after the first quarter, goes to the locker room.
I saw McCown kind of limping around. I was like, oh no, what happens now?
And McCown last year was with the Jets. He was he was helping what's his face? Darnold when Darnold was injured, and then
yeah.
Darnold came back and he went to coach high school.
the Seahawks do not have a third string quarterback.
Really?
On their depth chart is Russell Wilson, Geno Smith.
There you go.
I remember a team a few years ago like picking up Mark Sanchez that were super desperate.
Yeah.
I guess once your first guy goes up, you just start looking, eh?
Totally. Well, it's the same with us at running back, right?
Right.
Just fucking who's out there that can still run?
Marshawn still want to play?
Yeah.
That was
Fuck.
insane.
Next week's going to be a very fun podcast. Know why? 1, the Seahawks are going to be going to the NFC Championship. 2,
We'll be going with them.
we'll be going with them. 3, National Championship
Oh, yes.
next
LSU.
week.
Is that Monday?
Monday
Or
night.
Monday night?
I think Monday at 5 o'clock.
LSU has to win that.
LSU Clemson.
LSU has that for sure. Burrows is gonna do. He's gonna.
Is that the quarterback's name?
Burrows and LSU? Yeah.
Alex Burrows?
No. Yeah. Alex Burrow. 100%.
So you got 40?
The guy's a beast. But we were talking about this
Have you ever
before.
seen a stat line like that?
No, but when I was watching the game and he kept going, he had 4 touchdowns right away, and you're like, oh my God, this guy's gonna have a huge game. This game's gonna be like 100-0. This is insane. And they're like talking about all the stats and the records and stuff, and he beats the record at by half time. 7 touchdowns, 7 throwing touchdowns to 3 different receivers or something like that. Like,
Yeah, one guy had 4.
His passer rating
Yeah,
was
okay, one guy
239? What?
I know, it doesn't make sense.
doesn't make-
Because
I
there's
don't
a
know.
limit, right? Like,
well, I
I
don't know.
thought there was a limit. I thought it maxed at 149 or something like
is
that.
this guy like on the other side of the bell curve? Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
But you kind of wonder for him, like, the worst part is that he's going to win the championship. And great, you're going to be the first overall pick, but you're going to be playing for Cincinnati?
He threw 55 touchdowns this year
55.
and 5 interceptions.
They score like 45 points at least a game. Their last few games were 63, 37, 50, 56, 58.
Yeah.
How much fun must it be playing for that team,
Well, and that
especially if
guy-
you're a wide receiver?
Well, he's a transfer too. Like, he transferred from another school because he wasn't getting an opportunity to be a quarterback. How do you
Really?
not put that guy in?
Here it says in 2017 for career stats, he only had 11 attempts. So he barely even played in 2017.
Where was
Yeah.
that?
Give me 1 second.
Insane.
What's his name?
Burrows.
Joe Burrow.
Joe
Joe.
Burrow. Oh, Burrow, not Burrows. Ah, whatever. It's all the same.
And then the Clemson guy. He's not going to get
Surfer
drafted. He's going
sunshine.
straight to the beach
He's
after
going straight to.
after the championship. He's just going to go live in
He's going straight to Long Beach.
Joe Burrow was at Ohio State before he came to LSU.
behind Fields.
Wow.
They like Fields better than him. Or is Fields a rookie? He's young. He's first or second year, I think.
Wow.
College is crazy. Like often those guys that are really good college quarterbacks don't really pan out
Yeah.
in the NFL, right?
The blonde guy's name is Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, that guy's hilarious.
That's the Clemson quarterback?
Yeah. And Justin Fields is a rookie.
He is. Okay, so it wasn't behind him. It was behind the other guy, the guy behind him. Well, that'll be fun. Next week we can watch that.
What time it'll be on when we're doing a podcast?
I think it's at 5.
Ooh, baby.
It is.
Oh my God. I really want the
5 o'clock.
Seahawks to win that game. Oh my God.
This is probably the first week of the entire year that we don't have a long list of injuries after the game.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
It is nice.
I feel like somebody went down. Then he just got back up. Maybe it was Griffin or something.
Griffin had a solid game too.
He
so.
did go down, but
Didn't
he
he go down?
went.
His ankle or
He just
something?
came off
He
for like
came
one
back,
play.
okay.
He played the whole game.
Yeah.
Diggs, always a big guy back there, back in action. Brown may come back.
That would be nice. That would be
Clowney
fucking
seemed
nice.
like he was pretty good this week.
Because watching Joey Hunt get bullied out there is tough.
Well, Brown's not a center. Hunt would still play. Brown's a
I think it's
tackle.
helped.
But Hunt is
He's just a little guy.
It's the size
fine.
difference is crazy.
Yeah.
poor guy.
The D line was big. Should I try and explain the fucking 40-second runoff rule
Yes,
again?
because
Yeah.
I don't understand.
All right, here we go. Last time.
And you can't say the word loophole like Lucas keeps saying.
It's a loophole.
So there's this loop. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%
So-
loophole.
Apparently, thanks to NFL rules, apparently you restart the game clock after a penalty.
Yeah.
So the Titans, while leading the fourth quarter, took a delay of game penalty to take 40 seconds off the clock. So they ran off the entire 40, right?
That's fine.
So then they get the delay of game penalty.
Yeah.
And then right after that, there's a false start. The false start with 1 second remaining on the play clock to take another 39 seconds off the clock.
So my question is, why does the clock keep running after an accepted penalty?
I don't know. We gotta call the NFL.
It's a loophole.
Because
Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought. Well, I guess I have to be wrong.
This is why they're doing it, right? I guess they're probably gonna change this now.
I thought maybe penalties only in the last 5 minutes stop the clock.
I think that's it.
Or 5 minutes of each quarter, or just first half, second half. Maybe just first half, second half.
Dude, there's a lot of fucking rules in football.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh God, it's insane.
Trying to explain a football game to someone who's never watched football before is a fucking nightmare. It's so hard.
Yeah.
They're like, why'd that guy in the stripes throw that yellow thing on the field?
You're like, don't worry about it. Why is the guy on the field have these big giant orange gloves on? What is he doing?
I always get the question, like, why is everyone a completely different sized human?
Yeah.
There's some dudes that are 360, then the other guy, like
Yeah.
Tyler Lockett's like buck 60.
Yeah. This
It's such a
guy's
weird
job is
sport,
to
man.
stand within a 2-foot square radius and not move. Just
Yeah.
push.
And you do that for your whole career, eh?
Yeah.
And you just become the best at that.
Yeah.
And you get no love.
No love.
No one
It's
loves
Imagine
you.
those
sad.
guys' diets. I wonder what they eat.
There's no diet. You just if you
Well, I mean,
if you
what
can
are they eating?
consume
Though?
it,
Like,
everything.
what is it that they're consuming?
They eat
Like, is it like a
everything, man.
sumo wrestler, or like you're just pounding food all day, every day, just to like keep the weight on?
That's
I'm
why
sure there's some guys like that, but I'm just with like how far nutrition has gone
Yeah,
in the
it's
last
true.
15 years, whatever. I'm sure a lot of the guys eat a shit ton of calories, but just
It's
fairly
healthy
healthy
calories,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
but you still need a lot of calories.
So much protein.
Yeah. But like look what happened to Gronk, right? Like 1 year off and he slimmed down so much.
Did he?
He looks like a completely different person. Like a big drastic change, man. I think like a lot of those guys just eat and eat until they just like feel like shit.
Maybe
You
him
just have
and
to do it.
maybe him and Brady will go to Cincinnati next year and have fun. There. Be 2-27. All right, shall we wrap up,
That'd
Lucas?
be Burrow's dream, because who wants to play in Cincinnati? Yeah, let's wrap up.
Football's so strange. You have to wait a whole week to watch them again.
I know.
I just want to watch another game.
Do you like that? But do you think you appreciate it more when it comes around?
I appreciate it when we prove everybody wrong, because having to listen to everybody say that the Seahawks were going to lose by like 10 points. I mean, who am I listening to right now? This is unreal. And already the conversations are starting.
Something bad would have happened to lose that game. Philly was not very good, especially without Wentz.
Yeah.
There was 0 turnovers in that game.
Really?
Really?
Usually there's a turnover.
Yeah. Usually there's something.
We fumbled the ball twice.
Well,
got it back.
Got thrown right into Russ's chest for no reason.
Wasn't our first play of the game?
No.
Homer.
Oh, Homer,
our first play of the game.
Yeah, Homer fumbled it right away. Yeah,
Maybe
but he got it
second.
back.
But he landed on top of it, right?
Yeah, he landed on top of it.
But then there was another one where Russ got it into his chest because he wasn't even ready to get the ball yet, and they just threw it at him. Anyways. Yeah, cool.
All right.
I'm going to call...
Here we go. Scores. Next week in Green Bay.
In Green Bay.
Snowing.
Seahawks are going to win. We're going to win by... I'm going to say we're going to win by 3, and it's going to be 21-18. No, that's not going to make sense. It's going to be 24-21. I'm going to go 24-21.
18 is a tough number.
Yeah, I'm going to go 24-21. 24-21, but we don't have to kick that field goal to win the game. We've already kicked the field goal to win the game. That's going to keep more peace in my mind. Your turn.
I'm going back and forth. My thoughts are, in the snow, it's going to be very difficult to kick field goals. So if they're outside of like 45 yards, I think if it's snowing and there's snow on the ground, they may just go for it, both teams.
Yeah, it's going to be all touchdowns except for one field goal.
I'm going to say the Packers offense is quite a bit better than Philadelphia. Quite a bit. I'm going to say 20-17 for the Seahawks. Would you say 24-21?
Okay, I think it's going to be a shootout. I think Wilson and Rodgers there's going to be a lot of back and forth.
Really?
I think it's going to be fun. I'm going to go with 27-24.
Well, we're all picking a 3-point win.
It's going to be close.
Who are you picking? Hold on. Who are you picking?
Seattle.
You are?
I am picking Seattle.
Huh? That's a shock. I thought Carl would pick Green Bay.
Carl wants to keep getting paid and get these podcasts going.
Who are you picking in the Niners
I need a
game?
couple more in.
Niners.
What score?
Who are they playing again? It was Vikings.
Vikings. Do you think there's an upset there?
Yeah.
You do. I'm actually going to pick them. I'm in.
Who? Niners?
I'm going to pick Vikings. I want Vikings to win. I want to see that upset because I hate
that.
San
Would be
Fran.
a huge upset.
30-27.
Well,
Minnesota.
New Orleans was a huge upset, so why can't it be them too?
That's true.
Warm climate, they're going to throw a lot more, I think, there. What? In San
Warm
Fran.
climate, you're right.
Well, compared to fucking snowing Green Bay, Jesus.
I don't know, Denny. What did you said?
I say 30-27 for the Vikings.
23-19 for San Fran.
19 is a tough number.
It seems to be weird. I think it's going to be a weird game. Lots of turnovers. I just don't have faith in Kirk Cousins.
He can get rattled, but
He's 1-0 in the playoffs this year.
it's true.
Garoppolo hasn't won a game this year.
One massive upset too, right?
That's true.
Breeze didn't win any games this year either. Playoff games.
I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun weekend. I think the Baltimore game is going to suck, but the other ones will be good. Who is KC playing again?
Tennessee.
KC, Tennessee?
Yeah.
And then Baltimore is who?
Or is it Baltimore, Tennessee?
It is Baltimore, Tennessee, KC, Houston.
Oh, Houston.
Those will be shit.
Forgot about Houston.
But from the very beginning, like halfway through the year, we knew it was going to be Baltimore and either KC or New England. But New England kind of fell off towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
I think the NFC games are going to be wicked. Both of them are going to be super good. I'm pumped. Guys, we love you. Hashtag Go Hawks.
Hashtag.
We're calling it right
Go
now.
Hawks.
NFC in Seattle against the Vikings. At least I am. Lucas has a different opinion. Lucas thinks it's going through Candlestick.
I'm torn. I want Vikings to win because I'd rather play Vikings at home, but at the same time, I really feel like the playoff gods are going to have us play San Fran to get to this. Like, it just makes sense. We're going to have a third and final game of the season against them. It only makes sense. It was supposed to be this week. It's going to be next week.
Only makes sense.
I want to see that so bad.
What?
Number 3 with San Fran.
Right?
That would be fucking crazy, man.
The first two were fun.
The first two were fun.
They match
so
up
good.
well. It's a good game always, man.
Yep.
That's what I'm hoping for.
There you go.
All right. There you guys.